Hi, I'm Ryan with Beaber Construction. We're here at the Greg and Patty Dow residence. I'm here to walk you through the house and show you some features that we put into this one that we came up with, they came up with, some ideas and thoughts. It's a really oddball house just because of the steep slope and the really tiny lot that we had to build on. We had a 50-foot wide lot, 30-foot wide house. We're 35 feet in elevation. It was an interesting project. I'm standing here by some rain gardens, what we call rain gardens, developed by the Department of Natural Resources in the state of Wisconsin. And what these are set up to do is hold the water, the runoff water from the house and the surrounding area so that the water from the house and from the lawn, there's no lawn here per se, but from the hillside, get caught before they run into the pristine lakes up here. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to preserve the lake, the fish. So these fill up with a little bit of water. When it rains, they come down the tubes from the gutters on the side of the house and they flow into these areas. And then these areas, naturally, the water soaks in and some evaporates. This was all designed as part of the structure and part of the lot in order to build this house in this really tight, restricted area that we have here. The Dow residence here, we got really tall basement ceilings because outside the grade is really steep and we had a really hard time with building it and coming up with a design that would fit. So we ended up pouring the basement ceilings, 13-foot tall wall, and then we had to do a step where we did another 12-foot pour before we got to the garage floor. So we're 25 feet of poured walls before that point. And then in the front, we dropped down with another 10-foot wall to get us down to the ground. So add another onto that, we're 35 feet total, getting us out of the ground from front to the back of the house. So the ceilings end up real tall, which makes for great living spaces. Big, tall windows, lots of light coming in everywhere. We're able to put in 8-foot tall doors down below and really open things up, which just enhances everything. So you can see steps in the wall behind me of the basement and the space behind me where we had to come up with an 8-foot high wall. We stepped it back, made it look like a 4-foot crawl space, but that was to give us strength for the walls, for the support, all tied back into the ground to anchor the house into the hillside so that nothing can ever move, slide, no matter how much rain, floods, whatever we get. It's all engineered and tied into the Wheeler Lake banks, stone banks. Here in the kitchen, we've got what's called Cambria, which is a quartz with chiseled edges for the countertops. These make a really nice touch to the rustic houses. With the top we put in here is locust wood, and these are fairly rare in Wisconsin. We were able to get some pieces from a local logger and sawmill guy who had them sitting around for a few years, and they were nice and dry. So that's a unique piece also. We've got 2x6 tire groove floors that we installed as part of the structure, and then we sanded them down. They're just pine floors and distressed and finished as part of the finish product. And then the cabinets we built using barn material, the gray barn boards from the barns, actually some of the roof boards, and we use a circle sawn pine that we bought from a sawmill up in Eagle River area, Three Lakes area. And we constructed the interior doors in the house, did the trim work, and built the cabinets all out of that circle sawn pine that we purchased from them. A lot of shop time and custom work went into this house. We have a gas unit fireplace installed in the corner of the great room here, the barn beam mantle, and the natural stone fireplace. We used another piece of the locust wood and built them a little unit for their TV stuff. We've got the stairway that we built out of the barn beams. We actually took 2 barn beams, set them going up, and flipped a piece of the beam on end, fastened it to the runner stringer beams, and then made ourselves some tops for them stair treads. Made some of the handrails and whatnot out of some of the thicker barn pieces that we had also. We always use what we call ironwood for our handrails. Ironwood is one of our favorite things. It grows, it's pretty dry, it's really super strong. It's always got some crazy turns and curves to it. So we like to use ironwood for handrails, and it's always about the right size. We've got the same 12-inch pine shiplap ceilings that we use in a lot of our homes. We distress these and stain them a little darker. It gives it that old cabin feel with them beams on the ceilings that makes it feel natural and rustic. The window is something we took out of the original little tiny cabin that sat right down here by the water. And it was kind of unique the way it was, a casement, the old style casement with the old turn locks. And so we took it out, we stripped the paint off of it and stained it a little bit darker and put a piece of plywood and some shelves in there. And it's just a piece of remembrance of the old cabin that her family grew up in. This is kind of the master bathroom and main bathroom. They don't really have a master attached to the master suite, but this is set up with the main vanity, Cambria, still in it, linen right there, and then they kind of got the mother-daughter makeup area so that mom and daughter can come in here and get ready together. So nice tiled walk-in shower, complete, no door on it. We don't need a door. It's got an overhead shower deal, and we put the shower head on the side so they can keep it open without having to deal with the glass on there. Then we made an old metal bracket at our local welding shop that he turned and hammered for us to support the weight of the makeup countertop that we're doing. We also put a little space underneath the thing that they can pick up, and they can put in linens and different things in there. You might as well use all the space you can. So the bathroom is fairly compact, but it utilizes the space really well. The master here, we've got really tall ceilings, so we utilize the tall ceilings. Put coffered ceiling up there, did some mood lighting. We did some built-in corner units in the bedroom because of some mechanicals that we had to get in, but it worked really well for nightstands and corner cabinets. It's got a nice walk-in closet with natural lighting, a window up top, and it's got a window seat on the edge of the room that you can sit in and enjoy morning sunrises, see the lake from. This master closet has a transom window located up high. I like to add natural lighting to closets and weird spaces because then you don't have to be turning lights on anytime you are in and out of them. Here I'm standing on the loft of the balcony of the house, which is actually level with the garage. This is where they would come in on the back side of the garage and walk up to and then come down the stairways. We have the natural beams again in the background. I like little windows that overlook roofs and that let light in on dark days. It's got the pine floors throughout the top also, just like it did downstairs. When you get up here on a Friday night and you walk in, it's quite a view to walk up to and oversee the fireplace and the lake out in front. If you'd like more information on how to build with Beaber Construction in the Northwoods, go to our website, beaberconstruction.com, and you can get all of our information and look through our photos and our videos there.